Happy Monday, Inspire Beauty. I am excited tonight to talk about our topic on volume, but let me share a screen, get kicked off with a couple of things of recognition first, and then we will dive into the meat and potatoes. So a special congratulations, you guys, to our challenge winners from last month. I had a Clear Your Code challenge going on the team page for anyone and everyone, and the first code cleared, meaning SC2, would be a coffee on me. I actually have all those gift cards in hand. I went out and got them this past weekend, so those will be getting in the mail this week. If you sold, or if you used 2 codes, it was a pair of Run to Your Happy Place sweatpants, and all 3 codes cleared earns you a Maven Thread headband. So we had, as well as Beachbody's prize, which was the Jericho bobblehead last month. So Kristen, myself, we earned SC6 and higher, and then everybody else that you see on that board, super big congrats to all the people that got on the board, helping lives last month, and being just a part of this challenge. So I'm excited to gift you guys just a little bit of something to say, I appreciate you, I see you, and I just now acknowledge your hard efforts. I love seeing you guys helping others. Speaking of helping others and leveling up, we have a diamond retreat coming up, and if this is something you have on your vision board right now, if it's something you've ever thought of, now is the time to push. We actually have a push going, a diamond push. If you are diamond in September or October, you have to achieve diamond in either month, September or October, and you have to hit Success Club 5 in one month or the other, either September or October. That will earn you an invite to our diamond retreat. It's the first time I'm ever doing this, you guys. I'm so excited. So far we have Kristen, Leia, and Aaron who have already qualified and been invited. I know Kristen has already gotten her flight to come out here. That weekend is just going to be filled with all things me spoiling you, and also helping you level up as a leader for the rest of the year and beyond in your own business. So it's going to be a balance of fun as well as fitness, of course, always, right? As well as just a little bit of leadership and mentorship from me too. We're going to be making our way down to Waco, which is close to my new place here in Dallas. And so we're going to be going out there and having some fun. It's also Super Weekend that weekend. And so we're going to come to the Dallas Super Weekend here together on that Sunday. So guys, if that's on your radar and you're like, Brittany, I know this sounds crazy, but I want to go for it, I need you to let me know that, because I need to be able to walk hand in hand with you, link arms with you, spend time with you, pour into you, and help you make that happen. Help you take a dream and put action behind it to make it reality. So that is coming up. That's it for announcements, you guys. In terms of September right now, we've still got pumpkin spice going on. So make sure that you're talking about that. We're going to talk all about volume tonight, and you're going to see by the time we're finished, hopefully, why that's so important and what that can do for your business. But pumpkin spice Shakeology is still out there, you guys, in the Beachbody land. So make sure you're telling your people, getting your customers, your coaches on board with that. Volume is one of those things, you guys, in my business that I didn't necessarily understand just how important it is. I knew that volume mattered when it came to staying active, right? So for personal volume, for most coaches, for all coaches, your personal volume is what you buy yourself. So if you buy your Shakeology, you buy your Energize, you got your beach bars, whatever you like to purchase, that gives you volume. Everything has volume attached to it, and I'll go over that here in a second of what that looks like. For a coach and an emerald level coach, 50 volume points is what you need to stay active. Now, normally we just tell you, have your Shakeology, right? If your Shakeology is on home direct every month, that's a surefire way to stay active, because that's 90 volume points right there. That covers your 50. But that doesn't mean that's the only product we have now. That used to be it. When I started as a coach, like that's all the option was, Shakeology, and that's it. So now we have such a wealth of resources and products and just tools in our tool belt that we can offer not only to our customers or our people, in our wheelhouse, but also to ourselves, right? We are our best customers when we try our products first and fall in love with them, right? Just keep in mind, if you're a diamond or gunning for diamond at some point, that diamond coaches need 100 PV in a 5-week period to stay active. And that again comes from buying and selling stuff. So if you're a diamond coach and you're hitting Success Club, you're going to inevitably have at least 100 volume points within a 5-week period, just due to the nature of you working your business. But just remember that. That's important to know. Okay. The other part of volume, and this is the part that I didn't know when I first started coaching, and I didn't really grasp onto it for quite some time. And that's why I want to have this time together tonight to be able to explain to you a little bit more about this area of volume that maybe you don't understand as well either, depending on how long you've been in your business. So team volume. Team volume is not something you can access or tap into if you are a coach with Beachbody. You have to rank advanced to Emerald in order to benefit from team volume. So when you hear Brittany hype all the time or harp all the time or whatever you want to call it, nag about going Emerald, it's because I have your best interest in mind. I don't need you to go Emerald because of a me thing necessarily, but you begin to benefit on things that I'm already benefiting from. The second you go Emerald, you open up this thing called Team Cycle Bonus. And in Team Cycle Bonus, you earn residual income based on the volume of your team. Okay? So what your team below you purchases. So everyone who's on this call, anything you purchase goes into my team volume in some way, shape, or form. If you sell things, it also comes into my team volume in some way, shape, or form. So everything you buy or sell comes into your upline or your team's volume. Anybody below you in your team. So let's say today I signed up a coach on our team. You guys would benefit from that person because they are technically, even though they're not your personally sponsored coach, they're on your team and they're below you because you signed up before them. Okay, I'm not going to get too much into the intricacies of this because sometimes it's like if I explain this and you don't actually have this happening in your business, it's hard to understand because you can't see it. So this is also a conversation that as you grow in your business, this is important for me to walk through your back office with you and explain why there are names there you see giving you volume that maybe you didn't know why that name is there. They're not your coach or whatever. And those are conversations we can have as your business grows, but you just have to trust and believe that you want to get to Emerald as quick as possible because you cannot benefit from Team Cycle Bonus, from team volume, unless you hit that rank, okay? I'm going to dive into, so we're going to talk a little bit tonight about volume and what that looks like, and I want to train you on this, but I'm also going to talk to you about why we guide you the way we do when it comes to like inviting to a challenge group. So when I touch base with any brand new coach, what I'm going to teach them is I'm going to teach them how to lead with the challenge pack, right? And the reason for this is number one, it is the triple threat. It's how people get results. I've been in this business almost 6 years now, and I promise you that when someone has Beachbody On Demand plus Shakeology, plus they're plugged into our community for support on the My Challenge Tracker app, when they are doing these three things, those are my challengers that see success. When they are invested in all three on a daily basis. When a customer of mine takes out one of those, let's say they take out My Challenge Tracker app, and they're like, I'm too busy to check into that thing. I'll just drink my shake and do my workout. They fall off. They fall off. And I'm sure if you've got paying customers too, you've witnessed this happen when they're not involved in the community. There's importance and validity to that community. Let's say though that they're in the community and they're doing Beachbody On Demand. They've gotten the quarterly bod and they're in our community, but they're not focusing on their nutrition. Most often those people get frustrated because they're not seeing results, because we know that results happen in the kitchen, right? But they just wanted to do the fitness. They wanted to cut corners, maybe save a buck here or two, which is fine. Again, we'll talk about this here in a second because volume is volume no matter how small. Like write that in big bold letters in your notebook right now. Volume is volume no matter how small, you guys. We're going to break this down. But I know that my customers who get the best results are the ones who are all in with a challenge pack. And so a way that I like to offer the challenge pack is with this idea of a small, medium, large, or a low, medium, high. And whenever we come out with a new program, I always give you guys graphics that showcase this. We show the base package, right? That's your low. Then I might show a middle package. For example, in this graphic, I'm showing you that the low is just the annual all access with Shakeology, which is $160, right? Okay, but if they go a step higher, they could get the annual all access with Shakeology and the performance line. They could get Energize and Recover, and that's $220. Okay. Or I can show them that if you get that same pack, but I'll just tag on Ultimate Portion Fix, it's 310, right? And so I give them this small, medium, large. And what I've found is that when I offer it this way, especially with Morning Meltdown, I've got people on the middle pack. People don't want the base pack with Shakeology or just performance. They end up getting that middle pack that gives them Shakeology and the performance stack to get started. They see me, you guys. We talk about the value of Shakeology and that it's not just like any other shake on the market and what it's filled with and why it's so good for you. I talk about that with them. But they also see me utilizing Energize on a daily basis. And so their curiosity is already sparked or peaked when we talk, because they know about this product because they see me use it all the time. So it's important that with this leading with the challenge pack and the medium idea, one of the reasons I feel like I'm successful in it is because I have customers who watch me use all these things all the time. So that's where I always talk about how it starts with us, right? Because if they're not seeing you use it, if you take out Shakeology and you're never using Shakeology, well, then when it comes time to sell someone on Shakeology, it's a lot more challenging, right? Okay, so that's what I lead with. But a lot of times we hear, and I'm sure like you can raise your hand, people are like, oh my gosh, that's too much. I can't afford that. Who gets the price objection? Yeah, exactly. I get it too, you guys. I get it. But this is where we've got to not just only sell challenge packs, right? For so long with Beachbody, it was only challenge packs because that's all we had, you guys. But our business has evolved, especially in the last like year and a half, 2 years, to that we have a huge resource toolkit to offer. That's not just a challenge pack. So when somebody says it's too much, I've given you a little script that I want you to start using. When they come back with a price objection, I can't afford that. Okay, listen, I just want to help you get started. So let's look at some other options. What do you feel like is more important for getting started? Nutrition or fitness? And you let them answer that question, right? Write this down. So like you're going to say, okay, I get it. I totally get it. It can feel scary to spend that much money on yourself, especially if you're not used to doing that, right? But I want to get you started. So where do you feel like it's more important right now to start, fitness or nutrition? And practice asking that question. Allow them to give you an authentic answer. If they tell you fitness, then you can say, okay, so what do you think about first starting out with just the workouts, right? And you give them the price, that it's $99 for just the workouts for the entire year. Keep in mind, for only $60 more though, you're going to get that first month of Shakeology. But if you want to just start here, we can totally do that. What do you think? And a question I like to ask also is this doable for you? I love to throw that one in. Does this sound doable for you? Does $99 sound for the year sound doable for you? You can even break it down per month. Does $99 for the year sound doable for you? That breaks down to like less than $6 a month for all your workouts, right? And if they say yes, cool, you got it. But I also am keeping the challenge pack. Do you see how I kept the challenge pack option in here? Because I'm letting them know, keep in mind that $60 more, you're gonna get that whole thing of Shakeology, or you're gonna get your Energize and your Recover, which is gonna totally help you with the motivation and the recovery so that you can get up and do it again, right? So I'm keeping the challenge pack there so they see the value difference, right? But I'm giving them an out for just fitness. Okay, let's talk about what if they say nutrition. I just want to get started with nutrition. Well, Ultimate Portion Fix base pack, you guys, is $110 for that base kit. Okay, or you could do the 2B Mindset one, whatever the base kit is, right? The one that doesn't come with Beachbody On Demand, doesn't come with Shakeology, the base kit, right? You can say, I can get you just the nutrition program for $110 for life. Now, it's important to say for life in this scenario because think about it. If somebody's doing Weight Watchers or Jenny Craig or what are some other nutrition programs out there on the market, right? If they're doing something like that, like Weight Watchers, that's a monthly fee. They're not a member for life. They're only a member for the amount of time they pay. This is important to note that similar to like a Jenny Craig or a Weight Watchers where you get the nutritionist sound plan and advice, you're going to get that, but you don't have to pay a membership. Once you pay your $110, you get that for the rest of your life, and you can circle back to this program, to these trainings, to the meal plans anything for the rest of your life, right? I'm adding in the challenge pack though. You can still get that first month of shakes for only $50 more. What do you think, right? So keeping in mind, letting them know, like, here's the value. It's 110 for just the nutrition. If we throw in 50 extra bucks, you're going to get all your shakes. It's going to be a better deal for you, right? Okay, so that's your first place to go. But maybe they're not budging, right? We still have people who are like, nope, $99 is still too expensive. Who's been told $99 for a year of Beachbody On Demand is still too expensive? And you're like, oh my Lord. Like, you obviously don't care. Like, you don't want this bad enough, do you? But yet you still see them going and spending their money on Starbucks or off to the Target dollar spot, right? We see it, okay? But here's the thing, guys, we're coaches. And maybe they haven't been coached on how to budget properly, because that's something that people have to learn and aren't really necessarily taught. And here we are as coaches who, that's the coolest part about Beachbody. We're not just learning how to work out every day and make a shake in the blender every day. We learn things that spiderweb out into the rest of our life, especially because personal development is such a cornerstone in what we do. So budgeting is actually something I've learned along the way in my health journey simply because of the bubble I've put myself into with Beachbody. So now as a coach, I can offer my budgeting advice with people, or I can offer maybe a couple, budget tips and tricks along the way. But if they're still not budging and they're like, nope, 99 is too expensive, or I'm not paying 110 for the nutrition. Okay. I only have two other options that I think would still be a good fit for you to start, but just know it doesn't give you the biggest bang for your buck. Okay. Let them know the price difference, right? So it says we can start you with just the workouts and the Fit Club for 6 months at $60, or 3 months for $40. But again, keep in mind that a whole year is only $99. So if you do 3 months for $40, you're going to end up spending $120 for the year. But if right now we need to work with a budget, we can totally do that. Are you ready to get started? Now here, guys, this isn't necessarily I took this script from someone else, and I wouldn't say or what. That's just not the way I speak to somebody. And to me, that's a little harsh. But like, remember, you take these words and you speak them with love, right? First of all, you speak them with love and the idea that you're prepping to serve and help someone. And then they have to do the rest. They have to be the decision makers. But I wouldn't say, are you ready to get started or what? Because to me, that's a little brash, and I just wouldn't say that. Okay. But again, you take these and you make them sound like you. Okay. But this is where now you bring in the quarterly. Now I want to talk about volume, you guys. So do you see my funnel process? I'm going to lead with the challenge pack. But if somebody can't do that, they just can't do it, I want to decide, what do you want to start with? Fitness or nutrition? And I'm going to offer the top fitness and the top nutrition packages because, again, that's best bang for the buck. It's not because I want them to spend $99 today because I'm going to get a bigger commission. I'm going to show you something in a second that's going to blow your mind, you guys. It's not even about the bigger commission, because it's actually, I'll get to this, but you actually make more by doing a quarterly bod. You actually make more money by selling quarterly bod memberships for $40 than you do by selling the annual for $99. But I care about people, and that's the best value. So I'm going to offer $99 before I offer $40, okay? So, if they're still not budging, right, then we break it down to the quarterly or the half year bod. Okay, and if they're still like, no, here's the deal, you guys. We don't bless and release people unless they're a hater or a naysayer. Those people we bless and release. No, we bless and we follow up, okay? Put them in a pipeline to follow up with. So if they still are a no, then circle back. I can't tell you how many people on this call right now, on our team, currently in my challenge group, that I had to follow up with for so long, you guys. And it's okay. That's normal. It's so normal. How many times do you walk into a store and you look at something and you're like, oh, I want that so bad, and then you don't buy it? And then you come back to the store a week later and you're like, oh, I still really like that, but not yet, right? It's got to be on your time when you're ready. But you've got to be the one following up. And if they ordered a free trial, make sure that we follow up with them 14 days later about upgrading to the challenge pack, all that good stuff, right? Another thing that I love seeing coaches do, and I've seen you guys do this, is promotes other products, but it also is a way to show people that you care, is sending samples in the mail based on their goals. Maybe their goals talk more about nutrition, so you could send a packet of Shakeology. That's a great way to use up Shakeology that you have left over too if it ends up accumulating. Rather than pausing and canceling your order, use those extra shakes to give to people in these scenarios, right? And helping people just the same. So if somebody signs up for a free trial, still help them. There's a lot of research out there. Well, I don't even know if it's I can't really call it research, but I know for a fact that there are coaches at the top of the network that did not sign up with a challenge pack, that didn't purchase Shakeology right off the bat, that even returned orders after they purchased them. And now they're at the top. We just have to love people and meet them where they are, okay? Because when people are ready, they will come around. Okay, let's get into like some really fun stuff, you guys. Seriously, I hope I'm gonna blow your mind right now. We, again, have so much to offer as coaches. It used to just be Shakeology and a workout DVD, and that was it, and like maybe some Activit, which I never even tried. Those like pills that, if you've seen old school DVDs, there's like vitamin pills that you could purchase. I think we still have them, literally never tried them. Anyway, Shakeology. I'm gonna go quickly through some volume points. Shakeology is something that you can offer for not just, this can also be for yourself. So if you're like, man, I have so much Shakeology backed up, but I don't wanna cancel it because I wanna stay active, 50 points, right? Like look at what combination of 50 you can do. Shakeology is 90. Pumpkin Spice Shakeology is 56 personal volume points. That PV means personal volume. You guys, if you have a coach on your downline right now that is inactive and you're trying to rank advance for Emerald or Ruby or Diamond, right? And you need them to be active, they would be active by simply ordering one box of Pumpkin Spice Shakeology. Done. Easy, right? Come on. And it's limited edition and it's so fun this time of year. 3-day refreshes. Again, something I love to do with my team when I'm trying, like my PS team, when I'm trying to get us to go for a rank goal, like last year when we were going for 1 star or we were going for 2 star, when we were doing that, something I love to do was offering 3-day refresh, like team challenges. And I do that with my downline. Some of you probably even joined me for them, but I would do that not only because it's 3-day refresh is amazing and it gets your body in a reset mode to start tackling nutrition in a new way, right? But it also helps those coaches who are inactive take advantage of the fact that they said yes to coaching, that they said yes to their self-care, and get them back on the train again. I talked about this a second ago as like getting people active because of rank advancement. And yeah, that is important when you're building a business, but at its root, I don't need people to be active because I need to hit a rank. I need people to be active because at some point, somewhere, this was important to them. And I want them to remember that. And so maybe a 3-day refresh is just the kick in the pants that somebody needs to get going for it. If you're gunning for Diamond in September or October and you want your teammates back in the game, or you lost your Diamond and you're trying to get it back, or whatever that might be for you, and you want to get people back in the game, 3-day refresh. It'll get them active, and it's 3 days for them to say, okay, I'm realigning myself with my nutrition, right? An annual BOD challenge pack, FYI, is 135 personal volume points. Any boost ranges from 24 to 35 personal volumes, so like collagen boost, there's power greens, there's focused energy, there's digestive health. And you guys, every time people see you using these products, it is now an opportunity for you to be able to offer it to them, right? Every one of these products, Shakeology, Pumpkin Spice, 3-day refresh, BOD, our boosts, Energize, Recover, Performance Stack, Hydrate, Beach Bars, Ultimate Portion Fix. There is not a single product on this list right now that I can tell you, oh, I've never tried that. I've never shown that to my following. Every one of these products, my following sees. It's not a mystery why I have success, you guys. I literally walk the walk that I'm asking people to walk with me, right? I don't ask anybody to do anything I would never do. And I give my very honest feedback on something. For example, I don't love focused energy in my Shakeology because I can taste it. And I don't like tasting that vitamin aftertaste. But I like power greens. Digestive health is a little aggressive on the gut, if you know what I mean. And I love collagen. But I'll give my honest review. Like, I will tell somebody, if they have digestive issues, then digestive health might be right for them. But like, for me, with focused energy, I'd rather do Energize and not add focused energy to my Shakeology because I just like the flavor of Energize better than focused energy. And that's my honest feedback because I've tried it, right? Okay, and again, you can just see all these. 38 for Energize, Recover's 52. Recover's another great one to get somebody back in the game, get them back to being active coach. Performance Stack comes for 90. Hydrate, I love doing a combination of Energize and Hydrate to cover that 50 PV. Beach Bars are 30, and the Ultimate Portion Fix Base Kit Like if you went with that, if you ask somebody, you know, what do you want to get started? And they're like, I want to just start with my nutrition. That's 50 volume points for the Ultimate Portion Fixed Base Kit, okay? Everything has volume, and volume translates to commission, which we'll talk here in a second about. I'm going to show you what this looks like. One other thing I want to note before I move on to the next slide, and this is so important. And again, I'm kind of doing an Emerald training within this volume training, because Emerald is so important, because you don't tap into anything other than your own commission until you hit Emerald. Guys, as an Emerald, or once I hit Emerald, my controlled business center, meaning Charlie, and right now I actually have a couple controlled business centers. I have Charlie's account, I have my mom's account that I can control, and I have my second business center that I can control. And then I have my first business center. So I really have 4 accounts that I can purchase stuff through. Okay, let's take my mom out for a second, because she buys her stuff and she loves her products. If you guys are in my groups, you know that. She's always got her like 75 drinks like around her at all times. But the 2 accounts that I put things into, I only purchase Shakeology through my top business center to keep it active. Okay, but everything else that I buy, you guys, happens in those other 2 business centers, in Charlie's account and my second business center, because the volume comes up to me because they are on my team below me. Okay, and I'm going to show you examples of this when we get to the end. It's going to like blow your mind, but just keep note of that. Like the volume, if you have a controlled business center, only purchase Shakeology on your first business center, on your account, because you need 90 PV of auto ship for Success Club, right? And you need 50 to stay active. But for Success Club, you need that 90 PV. So Shakeology counts for that. So keep your Shakeology under your account, but everything else you order should be through your controlled business center. Let me show you commissions. So what do we earn with this volume? Shakeology was 90 volume points. You earn $32.49. Now, $132.49 doesn't seem like it matters very much, but let me just pull out a little calculator here, you guys. Let's say I have a customer that sticks on Shakeology for the entire month or for the entire year. I have a customer who gets Shakeology in January and they love it. They love my groups. They stay with Shakeology all year, all 2019. I made $389.88 off that customer, right? Volume, commission, it's important. If that's residual, when someone orders something on home direct, on auto ship, that's when we get residual earning. If you sold pumpkin spice Shakeology this last week, you would have earned $18.74 for every box that you sold. Okay. And again, $18.74 doesn't sound like a whole lot, but your pumpkin spice was $56, right? $56 for a coach to buy pumpkin spice. And if I sell 3, if I divide 56 by 18, that's 3 boxes. If I sell 3 boxes of pumpkin spice Shakeology, I now covered the fee of my own. I wipe that out. It's only 3 boxes, right? 3-day refresh, you get about $18 from. A BOD challenge pack, $50. Boosts range from $8 to about $12.50. Energize is about $12.50. Recover about $17.50. Your performance stack, a performance stack, you guys, is your Energize and your Recover is about $27.50. Hydrate $8.74. Beach bars are $9.95. And guys, look, just that nutrition, just that base kit is an extra $30 in your pocket. One thing you can also do, you guys, is add on. This is so key, because I think sometimes we set up a share cart and we're like, okay, they want the challenge pack. I'm going to give them the base challenge pack, their Shakeology, get it set, and then go. No, always add on a product for them to try. What's the worst they do? They say, nope, and I take it out of my cart, right? So a pro tip would be to add on a box of Beach bars. Hey, I got your kit or your share cart all set up, but I wanted you to know that I added on a box of Beach bars because I freaking love these. I am like, snack accidents happen, and I'm always like looking for something that is healthy to snack on, and these are super easy for grab and go. If you don't want them, no pressure, just take them out of your cart. But I just wanted to show them to you in case you were interested, because I'm sure you've seen me eating them. Right? Again, I'm sure you've seen me using this. You could always add on a tub of Energize, you guys. What's the worst they're going to do? Take it out? That's $12.50 in your pocket extra. that you wouldn't have had before. And if you did that with every challenge pack you sold, let's say you hit Success Club this month. You hit Success Club this month, meaning you sold 3 challenge packs, right? 3 challenge packs, $12.49 times 3 is $37.47. Let's say you did that the entire year. That's an extra $450 off of just a tub of Energize, my friends. Am I blowing your mind yet? Like, I feel like I'm not seeing enough excitement through the screen right now of like, holy cannoli, why haven't I been doing this? I'm going to keep blowing your mind, I promise. But you guys, all you have to do is say, hey, I set up your share cart. Check out your flavors. I just want to let you know I added on a tub of my favorite fruit punch Energize. You see me every morning drinking it. I call it unicorn juice. It's because it's life. You're going to love it. But if you don't want it right now, no worries. Just take it out of the cart. Most of the time, they don't take it out of the cart, you guys. Just try it. What's the harm? Again, $350 extra this year if you just did that 3 times a month, right? Okay, let me keep blowing your mind. I don't think I've done it enough. An annual Beachbody On Demand is 38 personal volume points. Okay, remember, personal volume is what you buy and what you sell. So in this case, I'm talking about selling, okay? If you got somebody set up with the $99, right? They didn't want to do the challenge pack, and you said, okay, what do you want to get started on? They're like, my fitness. You're like, okay, cool. You can just do the workouts for $99 for the full year. Does that sound doable? And they're like, yeah, that sounds doable. Cool. You get them set up. You're going to get $39.60. You're going to get $40 for that. But there's some power here, you guys. There's a little bit of magic that Beachbody hasn't quite told us about that I am literally sharing with you because I'm doing some math for you. Look at the quarterly bod. Quarterly bod is, it's 15 personal volume points. And when they sign up for quarterly bod, remember, it is what when they sign up? It's free, right? They get a 14-day free trial when they do quarterly bod. After 14 days, they will be charged, after 14 days, they're charged $39.95, right? 62. Hold on. Where did I lose that? Can somebody help me out? Where is my quarterly bod? Okay. This is the commission you get on it. Sorry. We don't get any commission when they first do it, but we do get commission when it goes through after the 14 days, right? So when they first sign up for a quarterly bod, you're not going to see anything come through. But once the 14 days goes, you will get the commission on it. Now, but a quarterly bod times 4, there it is, 62.22 divided by 4. There it is, sorry. You get $15.55, which you're like, I only get $15.55 for a quarterly bod. Why would I do that, Brittany? I love how you guys are leaned in right here. If you do that and they stick with it and are charged for 4 cycles, that's the quarter, that's the whole year, right? That ends up being $62.22. You guys, in a year, if you sell an annual bod, you only make $39.60. If I sell a quarterly bod and that client loves my groups and sticks it out for the year, you end up making $62.22. Do you see, like, there's a big difference. So yeah, okay, quarterly bods, only 15 PV. It's not a challenge pack. I don't get Success Club points. You guys, you're going to make $62 with that one customer, as opposed to if you sell a challenge pack and you only push challenge packs, you're only going to make $39.60 in the year, and maybe what you make on their Shakeology if they stick with it, right? Okay, let me blow your mind a little bit more. Are you ready for this? I hope so. Let's say you make a goal for yourself that you're going to still hit Success Club. 3 new customers a month, minimum, right? That do a challenge pack. Because remember, that's what we lead with. But because you're inviting so many people, 10 customers a month, you're going to start them on a free Beachbody trial. Meaning they're going to get the quarterly bod, right? They get the free trial, and then they start the quarterly. If I do 10 people a month times 12 months, that's 120 people I would start in a year. In a year, you get $62.22 for every one person's quarterly bod renewals. 120 people, you guys, times $62.22 is $7,466.40. Are you freaking out right now? Like, could anyone use an extra $7,500 this year? Anyone? And you guys, that's a free bod trial. That's no Shakeology. That's no Energize. That's nothing else. That's saying that those people, those 120 people, don't purchase a single other thing other than bod all year from you. And that's $7,500. Now that's over the course of the year. That's not in one lump sum. So it might not look like a lot of money to you, but that adds up. This adds up, you guys. And so my heartbeat tonight is to teach you that volume is volume no matter how small. And our mission as coaches is to help someone get started with something. If I saw that you don't hit Success Club, if you didn't hit Success Club last month, but I saw that you had, 10 new customers get started with a bod trial and they were on quarterly bod, I'd freaking high five the heck out of you. Because you're helping someone get started with something. If you didn't hit Success Club last month, but you sold an Energize to someone and beach bars to someone and a 3-day refresh to someone and a quarterly bod to someone, and you just help people get started with something, man, I would be shouting you from the freaking rooftop. But the problem I'm seeing on our team right now is it's like we've got this mentality for some reason that it's Success Club or bust, Challenge Pack or bust. And it's not, you guys. Some people the Challenge Pack is just not right for right now. I start with it, but that's not the do-all, end-all, and I don't end with it. We go down the pipeline until that person basically can't afford a free trial. And then from there, I just put them on my bless and follow up list, right? $7,500 off of free trials. Who's going to start hyping some free trials coming up? I hope so. Couple ideas I gave on the team page for some fall groups. You guys, free groups are done. Stop doing completely free groups. If you host a free 7-day challenge, the entrance fee better be a Beachbody on-demand trial. Yeah? At least if you're doing a free group, they better at least start with a free bod trial. Why? Because after those 7 days are done, you can either upgrade them to the challenge pack, they can cancel it so that they don't get billed, and they're not mad at you, right? That builds trust when someone's like, I just can't, I'm going to cancel. Cool, no harm, right? Or third option, they go with the quarterly bod, right? And then that's somebody that you just plug into your boot camps. So ideas for the fall. You could do a booty. You could do a booty group, guys. No, a beauty group. You could do a booty group, I guess. But a beauty group with collagen. Yeah. With collagen, or maybe it's just with a Shakeology sampler pack, right? This is how much it costs them, not the commission on it, right? Okay, so maybe this is their entrance fee. And then you make 7 days worth of fun posts about, I don't know, if you're into makeup and hairstyles and fun stuff like that and beauty stuff or skincare. Like Heather, I saw you posting about your skincare regimen the other day, stuff like that, right? So that could be part of that. Maybe it's a rise and shine and people need more energy, to get going into this new fall routine. So they have two choices. You can start with lemon or fruit punch energized tub, or you can just start with the 10-pack, either or. But guys, with all of these, I would tag on the free bod trial and make workouts a part of it, right? Maybe it's cutting back, snack accidents happen. So cutting back bad snacking habits. So again, it could be Shakeology, and they could get the sampler, or it could be a box of beach bars. Let us stop doing completely free groups where we pour out value. We pour out ourselves. We give our people everything, and we literally get nothing in return. You're so much better than that. Your groups are worth them investing in something small, even if it's just a free bod membership that ultimately could turn into a trial, right? So we've got to stop doing these groups where it's like, well, I hope if they just get in the group, then they'll want to join me. No, right? The Happy Meals I got growing up, you guys, I don't remember a single toy I got in a Happy Meal. Why? It was free. It was cheap. I could care less about it. You know what toy I remember as a child? My freaking Skip It. I worked my butt off to earn money to go buy that Skip It at Toys R Us. Toys R Us doesn't even exist anymore. So I'm totally dating myself. But I wanted that hot pink Skip It, and I wanted it bad. And I worked my butt off to earn the money so that I could go buy it. And I remember that toy, right? So there is some value, you guys, and some skin in the game. So those are a couple ideas for you that I share on the team page. Okay, here's just a little cheat sheet. So team volume, when it translates into your TV, not your PV, right? But now when it goes to your team. So for example, When Amanda, let's say Amanda purchases an energized tub, I will see it as 38 team volume points. Okay, it comes to me as 38 team volume points. Some of it translates, you guys, identically. Some of it does not. Shakeology translates identically. Okay, Recover, if you noticed, if you remember from back up here, Recover was 52 personal volume points. Down here, when it comes to team volume points, it only translates to 40. So if Amanda sells Recover, she's going to get 52 team volume or personal volume points, sorry. She's going to get 52 PV for that sale, and that's commissions. But when I see it in my back office under team volume, it's going to show up as 40 team volume points. Okay, some things translate identically, some don't. Don't ask why. I don't know the complete answer to that. They just don't. Some things just don't, okay? But this is a little cheat sheet that I'll share with you. But remember, every order you make aside from your personal Shakeology should happen in a controlled business center. And this is why I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about next so I can continue blowing your mind tonight. I hope I've already. So this is an example of an Emerald coach, okay? And every time our strong leg, which in this case, like, this is our right, this is our left. Which one is the strong leg? The right. Can you guys see that the right side is the strong leg? Yes? Obviously, yes. Okay, so the right side is strong in this situation, and my weak leg is over here on the left for this particular coach, okay? This Emerald coach. Now, it's a 2-to-1 cycle. So every time this is at 200 and this is at 100, you're gonna cycle one time. And an Emerald level coach cycles at $14, okay? So this is easy because all I do is I just divide by 100 here and I see that it's gonna cycle 4 times, right? $14 times 4 cycles is $56. This person made $56 this week simply based on the team's volume. Anybody who bought or sold something on their right and anybody who bought or sold something on their left. Okay, so there were 4 cycles in this. I don't even look at the big number when I'm cycling because I just want to divide this by 100. Whatever the weak leg is, I'm going to divide it by 100 to see how many times that is. Does that make sense for my mathematicians out there? Cool. Okay, let's look at a Ruby coach. Which one is the strong leg, you guys? Yeah, the left. The one with the 1 million. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to divide this by 100, right? Because I want to see how many cycles there's going to be, and that's going to be what? 33, yes? Now, Ruby Coach makes $16 a cycle, so 33 times 16 is $528. This Ruby Coach made $528 just this week, only based on team cycle, not on commission, you guys, just on team cycle. Do you see why, like, if you're a coach on this team and you're not tapping into what your team's doing, especially if you've been sitting on this team for a long time, do you know how much volume you've missed out on? As every week that our team grows volume, I shout it out every week, right? You see our volume producers each week. That volume is your volume. But if you're not Emerald or higher, you don't benefit. Babe, can you take the you don't benefit. So it behooves you to get to Emerald as quickly as you possibly can, even if you're like, you know what, I don't know what I'm doing with all this and this and that. Sit on the volume. I'm going to show you, I'm going to continue blowing your mind. So that was $500 plus. Let's look at this diamond coach in this last example. This diamond coach, it's evident that her right leg or his right leg is stronger than their left. So this is 200 to 100, 2-to-1 ratio. So I'm going to divide by 100. That gives me 118 cycles. Yes? I'm just moving the decimal, you guys. 118 times $18. Now a diamond coach cycles at $18. So 118 times 18. You want to know how much this you want to know how much this coach made this week based on their team's purchases and sellings? $2,124. This is not that coach's own, like, hey, do you want to join my challenge group? This is this coach teaching her team how to purchase products and stay on their self-care journey, as well as sell products as well and level up and teach and pay that forward to others, right? That's what this coach is doing. $2,124, you guys. This isn't fake money either. You guys, like, this isn't fake money. I literally am on here every week, like, telling you guys that if I can do this, if I can leave the classroom and I can be here making a full-time income that is more than a teacher makes in a classroom, then you can do it too. Okay? But it does come with work, and it comes with growing a team as well, but it also comes with understanding how volume plays into this, and the fact that you don't have to just sell challenge packs. That the option to get somebody started and meet them where they're at is always there, and all that does is just build volume. Okay? Okay, I want to show you, let me stop the share here and go to one other thing. I do see maybe a question or something, and I'll get to that when we're done here. But I'm going to go in, and I want to show you Charlie's account. What am I in? Let's go to Firefox. I want to show you Charlie's account. And I don't do this very often, so consider yourselves lucky tonight. I made Charlie, I put Charlie on my downline as soon as I possibly could. He was not part of my life when I started Beachbody, but as soon as he was a part of my life, he became a part of my team. Okay? And one of the things that was important to me was putting him in as soon as I could, because I needed not only to have him as a controlled business center, but also to get him, again, this is where I say, if you've been a coach on our team for a long time and you're not Emerald, you've literally missed out on so much volume, and I'm about to make you mad because I'm going to show you how. He doesn't sell, or I don't sell oftentimes things through his account, okay? More often than not, I only sell things through my business center and my second business center at this moment in my business. So he only gets Team Cycle. He does not get retail. Like, look at last week. Last week, he did not get retail commission or subscription commission because I haven't sold anything under his account lately. But look at what he does get. Team Cycle bonus. Last week, you guys, we don't do anything in his account except for his placement. And he made $352. There are some of you on this team that are sitting at the same amount of volume that he's sitting at simply because you've been on this team a while. What if last week you made $352 simply because you were Emerald and just were sitting in a really good spot, right? Imagine that. And it's possible. But part of the problem is you got to get out of your own way, and you got to like start. There's a reason that you just need to take the leap and trust me. I didn't understand when my coach was like, go Emerald or sign up your spouse or do this. I didn't know why necessarily, and I was maybe a little confused on the numbers, and you might be sitting there today a little confused still too, and that's okay. But you've got to trust that I'm never going to guide you in a direction that isn't beneficial. Just like I would not tell somebody to buy a quarterly bod before I'd tell them to buy the annual, because an annual is $99 a year, a quarterly is $120 a year. I obviously make more money if I get them a quarterly bod over the course of, 365 days, but it's better for them. And so any instruction I give you, it's not to benefit me, you guys. It's because I want to see your life be blessed because of this business, because it can be. Just this year, he's made $4,000. I haven't sold anything under his account the entire year, my friends. That is not commission. That's all Team Cycle. So this is what I wanted to show you, and this is what's going to make some of you guys mad. And this is what I want your spouse's account to look like. I want your spouse's account to look like a big fat goose egg for a long time, because I want you to see what it can turn into. So we're going to view all weeks. Okay. And let me get down here, and I'm going to show 100 because I want to get way down. I want to go way back in time. Let me move our faces out of the way. Get out of the way. Okay. Well, this is fine. So in 2017, you saw a couple times he made $50 here or there. That was probably a coach that signed on with a challenge pack, because you get $50 right off the bat when they do that. Okay, but I want you to notice that, so I was growing his downline, obviously right here, you can see 50, 50, 50. Those are 3 coaches I added right there in those different months in 2017, yeah? But I want you to see nothing. And I'd love to go back to like the beginnings so you can really see nothing. Okay, in the very, very beginning, here's a start. I got him started in 2014. If you've been with me longer than 2014, man, you need to be emerald. And if 2014 was what, 5 years ago? So I want you to imagine in 5 years that your spouse could get could have $4,000 in their bank account by this time in a year, simply because you placed them in the right spot when Brittany told you to do it. It's having the trust, right? When I build this business, you guys, I'm not building it on what I'm staring at in front of my face today or my current hard. I build this business on my projected future and where I want to go and where I believe I'm going, right? Okay, so in the beginning, you can see just a little bit like commissions here or there, right? A little scattered. Let me take it back. There's a long period, my friends, where he made nothing. Like, okay, $75 here, $35 there, but he was making nothing. Do you see this? But I didn't cancel his account. I've watched this happen before too. Somebody will sign their spouse and then they cancel their account. And I just want to like shake you. Like, why would you do that? Why would you ever do that? When you are tempted to cancel a spouse account or a controlled business center because life is hard in the moment, I want you to pause and breathe and remember this moment. I want you to remember what you're about to see. So we see this in the 2017 where I was showing you, okay, I have a little traction at times in his business. I'd sell a little something here or there. Okay. But then let's go back. Let me get back to the first page. Okay. And again, this is where we started together. I started adding some coaches to his downline. Okay. Now in 2018, this was last year, nothing. He made $17 in June. Awesome, right? Who here's made like a $17 Team Cycle paycheck or something, and you're like, what does that even matter? It matters. Are you freaking kidding me? First of all, $17, that is like going to Starbucks all month long. Like, that's awesome, right? Like, you could go treat yourself on Friday. I want you to see what happens. In July, I signed up some coaches under him, and I started growing his account again. In July, I got to a place in my business center where I was feeling good about where my business center was at, and I felt like it was time to start growing his. I made sure that I was solid, that my diamond was very solid, and once I knew that I was solid, I started adding coaches and challengers under him. Why? Volume. Because every bit of this volume that he gets, guess who else gets it too? Me. Yes. See, you're catching on. I like it. Watch this. Are you guys watching? 0. Okay, there were a couple zeros. There's a couple. Okay, now we got a little dry spell here. Oh gosh, a negative 66. How sad is that? Has anybody ever gotten a negative before? Yeah, it sucks, right? It happens. People return things. Life goes on. Okay. Back at this time, you guys, I don't know if you remember or if you were part of our team, but in November, I went for 1 star with Charlie's account. And this is where I just blew up his account, and I added a lot of coaches to his account, and I put all my energy mainly onto building his account, okay? And I want you to see that from November 6th, or really October 31st, 2018, there hasn't been a single zero. I want you to see what happened to his account. Are you seeing this? Never once did it go back to 0. I also want you to know that after the new year, I didn't add anyone to his account. Once we went 1 star and we held it, and then we went 2 star and held it with Leia, I didn't add anyone. So none of this is added, you guys. This is just Team Cycle. This is him sitting at the top of my team, accumulating volume. I hope you're getting inspired. And year to date, $4,000 some, just in Team Cycle. So, and again, that volume can come from anything. It doesn't have to come from a challenge pack, right? The volume comes from anything. And if you are selling things that aren't a challenge pack and you're going for SC, then sell it under the controlled business center, right? Sell it under there so that they get commission on it under that business center, but then you get the volume for it under yours. And in the beginning, yeah, it'll be pennies, and then maybe you'll get a negative return, and maybe it'll be hit or miss. You'll have a 0, and then you'll have a $17, and then it'll be 0 again, and then it's like $90. But then imagine one day you wake up and Like, what has $4,000 in your bank account given our family this year?
Down payment for our house.
A down payment for our house. Anything else?
Lots of stuff.
He's on the spot. Getting out of debt.
Getting out of debt.
Paying off date nights, paying our credit card off.
Heck yeah.
We didn't say no. Last week we were in the design room for 6 hours, you guys, picking out all the things. I can't wait to tell you all about it. But literally picking out all the things. Didn't have to say no to a single upgrade. There wasn't a single thing that we're like, oh, we can't afford that. And it's not because, like, I mean, we work really freaking hard, and I work really hard at this business. So, like, don't get it twisted. You don't just sit here and, like, all of a sudden you wake up with money in your bank account. It doesn't work that way. You have to work, right? But you have to stick with it, and you got to trust the process. Amanda, you asked, how does one even become Ruby? Ruby, good question, is most people don't become Ruby because on your pursuit to go diamond, you end up bypassing Ruby. So Ruby is 4 coaches and 2 emeralds. So you have, 4 and 4. No, 4 coaches total, 2 on your right, 2 on your left, and there has to be an emerald on each side. But usually what happens is while we're waiting, most diamonds are waiting for your emeralds to pop, right? And while we're waiting for our emerald on our right and our emerald on our left, usually we're continuing to recruit. And so that's why most coaches go from emerald right to diamond, because they've already recruited those 8 and then they have their 2 emeralds. But a ruby is just 2 coaches, and then an emerald and an emerald. Yep. So you would actually be Ruby, Amanda, if you popped an emerald on one side. You'd go from emerald to ruby, and your team cycle would go up by $2. Yeah. All right, I'm going to hit stop on the recording.